Marvel Rivals has a massive patch coming out on January 22nd at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. With it comes a new event alongside of a new mode. But even more importantly, there are some bug fixes and some system adjustments that we need to go over inside of these patch notes. I'm going to break them down as quickly as possible. Before I get started though, I do want to give a massive shout out to the channel members. If you want in on these shout outs and even some custom emotes for the live streams, and consider hitting that join button today. There's going to be a new event called Fortune and Colors coming out starting on the 23rd of January at 4 a.m. Eastern, where you're going to be able to earn yourself some rewards, including Star-Lord's Lion Mane series costume. This is one of the 3 main costumes coming out inside of this update, if you will, and it is also the only free one. You also are looking at Black Widow and Iron Fist receiving some costumes. Both of those are limited time store releases. But we also have a new mode coming out called Clash of Dancing Lions. They say get ready for epic showdowns as Iron Fist, Star-Lord, and Black Widow compete in Wakanda's World Arena during the thrilling Clash of Dancing Lions. As to what this gameplay ends up looking like, I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't had much time to dive into the leaks today to see if they've figured out what's going on yet. If I do, I'll be sure to drop a video on it, so keep an eye out. But we also have some system adjustment and bug fixes that I wanted to go over. I'm going to read these out as quickly as possible. For system adjustments in general, they have optimized the alternate name features in streaming mode, allowing players to define their own alternate names instead of relying on system generated ones. I don't know what real difference that makes, but they've also added a season drop-down menu to the leaderboard for easy access to different season ranking. And then finally, they've enhanced the career system by introducing a feature to view historical season rank information. Moving on into bug fixes for all platforms, they've resolved an issue where the game would freeze after battles. They fixed an inconsistency with avatars when switching heroes while defeated inside of the Doom match. They've addressed an issue where if Winter's soldiers used his ability to defeat shape-shifted Loki, it would count towards the ultimate ability consecutive KO achievement. That seems like it's actually going to be a pretty big nerf if you were a Winter Soldier taking advantage of that. And then finally, they've corrected a delay in synchronizing certain data on the Friends leaderboards. When it comes to maps and gameplay, they've implemented a series of fixes for various performance issues related to destructible environments. They've resolved multiple instances where players could get stuck in unique terrain. And then finally, they've addressed several of the reverse destruction performance issues that were happening after destruction ended up repairing inside of the Empire of the Eternal Night maps. And finally, we have a big list of hero bug fixes here to break down. First off, they fixed an issue where Hawkeye's passive ability Focus Progress would sometimes display incorrectly. They've also made it to where the frame rate no longer affects the number of attacks in the enhanced Savage Claw after using Feral Leap with Wolverine. They've also made it to where mobility abilities for specific heroes are now fully operational within the range of Invisible Woman's psionic vortex. They've also addressed a bug where having 2 Mr. Fantastics, like Loki in Transformation, sometimes allowed one to reuse the second part of Distended Grip. They've also fixed an issue preventing Namor and Invisible Woman from unleashing their ultimate abilities at certain door locations. Now they can break through any barrier. They've also resolved a problem where under low frame rate conditions, activating Storm's ultimate ability as Loki would end up being canceled. They've also fixed an issue where Wolverine's ultimate ability occasionally wouldn't end properly after landing. They've addressed a bug where Magic could not use stepping discs after activating her ultimate ability in certain situations. They fixed an issue where Penny's bionic spider nest would be unintentionally lifted. The device should now remain on the ground. They've resolved a problem where Loki, after using his ultimate ability to shapeshift into the Punisher, if Warrior's Gaze was triggered when the transform was about to end, its effects lingered too long. The Warrior's Gaze effect will now fade as soon as the ultimate concludes. They've also fixed an issue where in certain situations in convoy mode, if Penny Parker fired a cyber web below the vehicle, her web would move with the vehicle. Now her webbing sticks to the ground. They've also resolved a bug where if Mr. Fantastic was knocked offline while in his inflated state and then rejoined, he might be unable to use some of his abilities after reconnecting. They've also corrected an issue where Penny Parker's web being pulled back could be blocked by enemy heroes, leading to positional anomaly. And then finally, they fixed a camera misalignment issue that could occur while knocked out and revived by Adam Warlock if you happen to be spectating a Hela as she rises up to launch her ultimate ability. And that's it with these patch notes. I'm wondering how many patch notes and updates Marvel Rivals plans on dropping per season, and if we're going to get any sort of like mid-season buffs and nerfs possibly. I know we're for sure looking at getting the Thing and the Human Torch mid-season, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about all this, but that's all I wanted to break down today. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.